Alright. Hi everybody, this is Joel from my friend Productions², and we're here today to do some streaming for Legend of Emilar development. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see, this should be the right one. Yes, okay. Actually, I'm going to try something really quick. I wanted to see if this would... It might have. No, I can still see there's some delay. I've been trying to figure out how to fix my camera delay, and so far everything I've read online on how to do it doesn't work. Some say drop the video output resolution, some say use JPEG compression instead of H.264, but none of that works. Alright. At least not yet. So the music that you heard at the beginning, if you were listening to the pre-stream a bit, was actually music that's going to be potentially in the game. It is music I have found that I can use for the game. Most of it was made by a guy named Darren Curtis, rather. All of his music he does is royalty-free, so you can use it for any use as long as you credit him. You might have heard, you might hear some of his music in things like Epic Fantasy Battle 3 and 4, I think is what they're called. Some of them are used in that. Some of his stuff is used in that. And probably other games, other RPG Maker games too. But a lot of it fits in with the themes that I'm looking for, and considering whether or not I should contact him to have him actually commission him to make stuff for the game or not. It's like his music style. So you may see stuff flying around like this thing occasionally. It's because I finally got my NAS set up, and last night one of the hard drive bays failed on me for some reason. Luckily I had one that I wasn't using, so I just moved that drive over to where it's at now. Now I'm moving stuff off of this thing so I can basically repair that drive's system partition for the NAS so I can continue using it. So I'm moving files back over from it from last night. It's a very annoying process. Yeah, so I got 21 terabytes, I believe. 20.75 terabytes of space on this thing now. I'm going to upgrade it eventually to take advantage of all the space I can put on it. It supports up to 14 terabyte drives, and well, there's 3 bays now, but hopefully I can get a RMMV new unit out from Synology, who makes the thing. And I believe it supports up to 50, what would it be, 14 times 4, 58 terabytes of space. So I'll have a place to store things. Then when I'm not using them, I don't have to remove things. What I'm doing now is once I render out something, I'm deleting the original source material, or what I have done. I'm actually trying to keep it now, but it's a real pain because of all the space that it takes to do that. But I would delete, like, once I upload, I would delete the uploaded videos, and once I rendered it, I'd delete the original source material that I rendered from, just to preserve space. And I don't want to do that anymore, because if I have to go back and redo something for some reason down the line, like YouTube loses it somehow, or I go and I realize that there's this part that's really messed up, maybe the audio's jacked up on it, or something I didn't catch that's not in the original source material, but like that Vegas did to it, or the upload did to it, I can go back and re-upload or re-render it and fix it. So kind of just keeping an archive of all the stuff I've done that way. Still got a whole 16 minutes to move that. The thing that's really slowing things down is all the GRO stuff, because Reinhard Online deals with things through flat files as opposed to like having it programmed into the game or something like that. There's like a lot of palette files for like armor colors and things like that, like literally 45,000 in just the base version of Reinhard Online, not including the expansions or what I've done, which is adding a whole bunch more. So that stuff takes like hours to move. But it's kind of counterintuitive, because you wouldn't think that it would take hours to move small files, but it does. it's actually easier to move like huge terabyte-sized files than it is to move a million, like 2 kilobyte-sized files, just because of how the move process works. So you'll be hearing all kinds of clicking and clacking and grinding and bumping. It's just my hard drives doing their thing. It might be coming through the microphone. I don't know if it is or not, but if it is, that's what it is. So what we're going to be working on today is going to be some more of scene 2, I think. Maybe more of scene 1. Let's see, let me get Scrivener up. So we can figure out exactly what we're doing. Alright, okay, so I was working in this last time to do the scene 3 stuff. Or no, the final scene, the exam scene. Kind of chart out what's going to happen there. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back here, and so okay, so after first day, for to come back after lecture reading falls, go back to Claria. Player goes to come out of our church, special scenes. So we got to make these. I haven't made these yet. Not really special, but they're just like extra things that you can miss if you don't go to those places. So we need to do Nightfall at Claria after the first day. That's what we have to do. Which is kind of what I started to work on. And then we got sidetracked into the whole cutscene thing a while back. So what we shall do is we should go to scene 1. Claria. Actually, let me go over here first. I'm going to see what the trigger is set up as. Wouldn't be there, it'd be in the 2nd floor, I think. The end of all this spiel. Got to figure out that's broken right now. So, remove PC, cell switch be on, so we need to add a new one here. New switch control. I'm gonna have to come back through and kind of refix all this stuff, reshuffle it around. Hopefully it doesn't cause that much of a pain with having to move things to other places. So, I'm gonna call this day 1 end, I guess. Training day 1 end. Set that to on. Okay. Now, here. Actually, I think it's not going to be here. It's going to be... Maybe we should change it here, too. To make it slightly... seem like it's like late afternoonish kind of thing. Go back to... this one. Should be a... Here it is. I'm going to copy this. Or wait, this should be a... I never came back and changed this. So I'm going to go back to scene 2 real quick. Scene 2 I have things implemented a bit differently. Whoops. Should be there. I want to go to here. I believe it's this one. Yes. Or no. Not that one. That one's for testing that one quest. Might be this one. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to copy this event over to here. Get rid of that. So it's going to be based on this. Or no, I'm going to save those changes. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to go to here. I'm going to paste this in here. Same thing though. So let me move this out of the way somewhere. Should move all these events that just do things to... I do have a tint fade actually. In this, but not the right, it's not set up the right way. anything the player can't interact with should actually be up here, somewhere where the player can't reach, in my opinion. That's my new opinion for that stuff. So we come out. Day 1's done, and I'm gonna put a new common event called pre-evening, and we will have to go to here to do that. Common event. I'm gonna take the evening one, and I just want to copy it. Can we copy it? Now I need to figure out what to tint it though. It can't be as strong as this. It has to be different tinting. And I need to figure out what that tinting is, to be honest. Photoshop, you are open. Good. I need your color wheel. So that's the evening color. I'm thinking a little bit lighter than that. Just kind of signify that it's sort of kind of in the evening, maybe a little bit more yellowish. Let's see what this does. I think it needs to be darker though. I think I found that lighter ones just kind of look weird in this lighting plugin. I just want to edit this, change this to this. Okay. Clear a day off. Evening on. I'm gonna change this to pre-evening. Turn pre-evening. Okay. Then on this one, we want to add a control, a branching control. Additional branch. So if, so normally this one comes from day, right? So if Claria day is on, else, too bad there's no else if. Else if Claria pre-evening is on. So this obviously will turn this off. Oh my god, okay. I do this the hard way. I was meant to do this differentiation as because if Claria day is turned on, if we're in the day on the day shading, we just want to turn off day shading. If we're on pre-evening, we want to turn that off instead. Otherwise, we get kind of weird stuff that would happen eventually, like two different shading states being on. So, and also we need to do the same thing with day. Well, no, because it'll only go from day to pre-evening, so we don't have to worry about any other states. Not going to go backwards from evening to pre-evening. Supply. Okay. So I'm going to just jump. I'm going to set a. I'm going to throw an event in here real quick. I'll throw myself into the game. We'll just do a control switch to turn this on. So on. Apply. Okay. I'm going to put a start here and save it. We're going to see what this looks like in-game and see if we need to change the actual color being used or not. Maybe maybe I didn't set it up. So if this is turned on, parallel, shit, that's why. Set to turn pre-evening. Right, let's do the set day. Then turn pre-evening. And turn that off. Apply. Okay. I was going to put this on right now so I won't trigger that. It might be a race condition between those two things. So I might need to put a light source in here. No, I shouldn't have to. Let me see. Let me jump to this. Ah, come on. I just want to turn this off real quick. Okay, we got some stuff here. Schema utils. Invalid argument to property toolbar, expected property. Schema utils, manager, Submariner Dude, Super Tools engine. That's right, I haven't fixed that yet. I wonder if that's causing any issues with this plugin. It's not the right one. I want this. Let me turn this off for now. I actually don't even need this, I don't think, for anything. I used to do it. I used to need it for the battle points thing, but then I kind of took his system and divorced it from his tools engine and made other changes to kind of bring it to what I needed to have it do. So I don't know if I need any of that right now. So we'll find out. Oh, never mind, I do need it. Because Battle Points Manager is not throwing an error. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn this off too then. Don't really need this at the moment anyway. Need to see if there's any updates on his website for that. Definitely broken. Okay, no errors now. Good. It's still not working up, damn it. Maybe the transition's really slow. Oops. How long is the transition on this? 900, well, yeah, 900 frames. That's, so at 60 frames a second, 180 frames is 3 seconds. So 6 seconds would be like 800 something. No, I waited longer than that though. Something else ain't working. No, that works in Claria Scene 2. Weird. So it is parallel. Should automatically happen. Plugin command, set light radius 0. Common event, set evening. Let's see. Common event, set evening. Tint set. Okay, no, so it happens instantly. Supposed to, anyway. Maybe something's conflicting with it still. So throw it up here. Maybe it's a common event. Maybe we should try doing it just from an event and see what happens. Yeah, it should happen instantaneously. So maybe the common event's broken. Tint set, and then the tint. So interesting. Now, I think I have a Trax lighting plugin. What's going on over here? I get paused somehow? Weird. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. That was a posits of the other stuff we get in. So where would it be at? Here it is. I think we can just open this directly. Got multiple instances opened. Yeah. Wonder if MV updated recently and something broke. Okay, no, it's working here. So it's definitely not... Of course, that didn't work. The fire command doesn't work at all. That's part of the plugin that's broken. Then randomly it just shows up. Actually, those might be lights that get turned on now. Maybe that one specific one gets turned on. That is a Dr. Evil reference from Goldmember. Oh, the spy who shagged me. think Spider shagged me. And this one doesn't do anything. Nice. Okay, well, it doesn't work. Oh. Of course it doesn't do anything. It's not supposed to. So these work. So it does work. I don't know why I just closed it for her. Wanted to see what mine was set up as. I think this one's the... That one's a light. This one is... This one has a light up here. So that's the one that turns on. Everything else doesn't turn on. Set fire. Set fire. I wonder if I put this in the... It's the actual... Oh my god. So light 0... I wonder if I could just do this. That would make it work. I think I tried this once before, I think I remember trying this once before and it didn't. I'm curious, so we're going to check out what happens. No. Oh, it was this one that turned that on. Okay. Alright, so all these work. So tint fade, the fade, and then the mapped to fade. How do I have it set up here? Tint set, and then the number. That's more of this guy. Or not this one. Who changes it directly? That's supposed to be a fade too, but it's a 10 fade. That seems to go instantly. I know these guys have set. Maybe set's broken. Actually, set wouldn't use the time component. Maybe that was it. Maybe set didn't work and I had to do. Doesn't explain why it works in other maps though. Nope. Okay, set does work. So something else is going on, and I think it's because you have to have a light source. I think you have to have a light source in the map for it to actually work. Let's see if this theory holds out. Aha, there we go. So I want to use control switch. Or the common event, set day, which is it's the normal, so it should be fine that way. Then I'm going to do common event, turn pre-evening. There we go. Okay. I need to get rid of the light radius. Oh, nice. It just keeps on going because it's on a parallel. That looks okay. Looks okay. Now, if I want to say set day, we need to put in the light radius 0 again. That should act, well, yeah, why isn't that, That should be in turn day. It should be part of turn day's light radius 0. Put it in there. And also set day. Okay, so there's that. Set day, turn evening. Actually, what I want to do is I want to do this. Do a wait for, let's say, 180 seconds, 3 seconds. And then I'm going to see what it looks like compared to evening. Let's turn evening. And then we'll do self-switch A. And get rid of that. Let's delete this page. Apply. Okay. So, how does this look? Okay, turning to pre-evening. So just set, right? There's like a set to evening. That's like a very jarring thing. It might just be because the colors are in such a different color space that it didn't transition very well. So like, it looks like it jumps, but it doesn't really. So this is like fully pre-evening now. Now we're going into evening. Okay, no, yeah, I just need to be a little bit longer of a transition. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, I like that transition, though. It seems pretty natural, color-wise. Now, let's check. See what it looks like going from day to evening. Since I made it a little bit longer. And I'm going to do that with everything anyway. Set up to 20. Actually is a very long transition, holy crap. Now I think 10 is 10, maybe 12. I don't think I'm gonna go much over that. Okay. So common evening. Maybe we'll do 12 instead of 10. 20 is definitely way too much. Okay, so that seems to be working there. Because we need to put this in. So back over at here. Now this should work. I have to use set day. I do have set day. What the hell? TD to the end. Common set day frames. Turn per evening. Oh. Take that out. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Got a action on that guy. Okay, yeah. So I think once you come out of here, it does that. And once you come back down here, this will have to be set to this will have to be put to set pre-evening, and then it'll transition into evening, full in evening. So what'll happen is, if this is on, okay, that off, set pre-evening. Let's create that. I did want to wait a little bit, but not that long. Maybe 220 frames. This will be turn evening. This will be set pre-evening, which I'll need to create. So. Oh, we need to do that too. Actually, I think if you turn it on in a previous map, it should still be on in the next one. Since we aren't starting in this map, it should work. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. Okay. To myself. Wait for the transition to finish. Okay, no, it definitely has to be an every map. Definitely. Yeah. So we're now at full pre-evening. After, okay, it wasn't quite full pre-evening. No, this is evening, isn't it? It's actually evening. That was interesting. Oh, hell. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. It makes all the sense. Of course. Always check your switches. Always check them. Okay. Final test. So we're gonna back to Claria. And now it's transitioning to full evening. Then when we pop in here, that's the actual things were there to do so. It would transition from this to night. Speaking of which, you might as well put these in now. Transfer player to scene 1, Claria. Okay. Actually, should be same as character. Need to go move this real quick. This is for the light. That should be fine. Should be fine. Likewise, actually, we need to connect this up too. Should we just copy and paste these back over again and change where they're pointing to? In this case, that's going to go to Midlands. Okay. Now, so we have that. We have this. We have this. Turn this back on. Switch this to TD1 N2. Set evening, waits 115 frames, then turn to night. Turn that off. So, what we should be able to do now is go to. These should all have. There should be one here that has the lights on somewhere that's active. If you put it up here, it automatically activates the plugin. So, we should be able to go all the way from the training grounds to Claria and have the whole day cycle complete. Actually, no, we can't. No, we cannot. And to do one more thing. Once we get the stealth switch on, actually this one we can change to this. And let's get rid of these pages. At least this page. And this one too. Okay, apply, save, go. Now we can do that. This is a really interesting plugin though. I was trying to find not near Fantastica. Who was it? Redamine, I think. Redamine has a shadow and a light script. I was trying to find versions of this for MV and I couldn't. And I tried modifying them to work for MV and couldn't get that to work either. Found this one then after looking on the internet. Oh god. Need a switch a switch A page. Otherwise, it's going to continue paralleling, and we don't want to do that. Okay. Now, should be able to do it. So the problem with parallel processes is you have to actually take them to a new page or actually kill the event off the map, or else it'll just keep repeating. So if you forget to do that or move it and forget to put it back in, things go weird very quickly. Especially when you have like a huge scene playing out, like the whole scene where they're walking back to Trien in the cutscene that I showed a while back. That whole thing would just play again. I originally said to realize I had to cancel it out. Back when I was first getting back into parallel processes and how they worked. So this will start transitioning to full evening here in a bit. There it goes. And it'll stop. Won't go back. And then we'll get into Claria. And it shouldn't have gone straight to night. It should end up to this point though. Okay. So, set evening, turn night, parallel below characters. If this one is on, which is set light radius 0. So it should set to evening automatically. But it just went straight to night. Oh. Of course. You have a page that's overriding the first page. Alright, there we go. It took me until recently. I didn't realize that the subsequent pages of an NPC actually override the previous ones. I'd always written them in such a way that they would never kind of overlap that way backwards instead of going forwards. But then I made an NPC where it had a page at the end that had a state that was different than the first one with no checks on it. It was always going to that. I couldn't figure out why. And that's when I realized, oh, that's what happens. It's actually pretty good because the last page can be your fallback page. So like if you want to have like this be in the daytime all the time, if nothing else is going on, no other events are happening or switches are active, you can do that. And then once there are switches active, that's the problem though, because you have to consider that first. So really, it has to be built the other way around. So your default pages are last, and anything that would supersede the page has to be after it. Now this should potentially kind of work. Okay. Do I have the right trigger? So TD1 and 2. Shit. Of course. Of course it would be off. And there you got to see like the whole default thing working. So defaults to being the day in Claria. Okay. I think we found all the issues. I'll say that we'll find something crazy. This won't work this time either. Some kind of parallel process burrowing its way into my CPU and taking it over Harbinger style and preventing things from working. I don't know. Alright. So we're muting now. There we go. Now it should transition to night, and then as it transitions, the lights should come on. There we go. Perfect. That's what's supposed to happen. may want to make these a little bit bigger and take out some of these other ones like I have down here. It's too many down here. I'm going to make these regions a bit bigger so they light up a little bit more room. And it looks okay now, but realistically they should light up more area than what they are. That's how that system works. So that's set up now for the first day coming back. What events were supposed to transpire after that? First day, come back. Come back to his house, nothing. So, some pieces out and about. We'll need to change their dialogues. It's all set up for dialogue for chapter, scene 2. So, let's go to Claire real quick. I know, it's just the basic stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a new page. Actually, delete that one. It should come after this. Which will be this one. Kireth is actor 1. No, it is actor 2. That's right. Fixed. That should be random and 2, 3. Okay. So text. No. Okay. Yay. We gotta fix this now. Definitely gotta fix this. Okay, there we go. Let's put that in for now. It's a basic thing. Apply. Okay. Who all is supposed to be out? There's only supposed to be certain people out. Marlo was not supposed to be out at night. So, event page. Apply. And I think there's supposed to be a guy out here. One of the priests. I didn't put him out here though. In this one, so we'll do that over here too. Okay, so condition. Normally there'll be nothing there, so switch. Okay, now I gotta figure out which sheet he's in here. This guy. Fixed. What was his name? Do not recall his name. This guy, I believe. Brother Lias. wouldn't be evening. Saying good night, Felto, and having that show say everything sounds really strange too. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, apply, okay. Then in here, normally not there, this place. I think normally it's Church of Light, which is this. What I'm thinking though is that we're gonna have it do something else. Actually, maybe this might be a time to import something. Not those, but what was the one? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. So, copy this. Then I'm gonna go to, I believe it's over in my, I can move everything not here but down to here. So, rename this to this was called Camelot Monastery. So let's say CM. So remember which one it is. Now we're gonna say Church of Light. Yeah. Serve. Then come over here. Gonna import it. And then we're going to put a new parallel in here somewhere. I think we can change the background music from in here as well. Yeah, play BGM. So now we're going to go find that. Should be in the D section somewhere. Should be. But it isn't. Interesting. Oh, it is here. Maybe I need to save and reopen for it to show up in the list. It should show here. It's in that list. Let me try reopening. So what I need to do is minimize this. Cancel. Get out of the way. There we go. Alright, it's already running. We can't open it that way. Crap. Have to actually go into here and open it this way. It's a really stupid thing. I guess it's a Steam limitation, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. Alright, now, let's go back to... Scene 1. Oh, interesting. This wasn't the... Huh. So where's that opening from? Was it from G? Was it from G? Oh, I opened this one. Shit. I was in the wrong place. There we go. Helps to be in the right folder. There we go. Alright. Now, are you going to show up this time? No, it's not. Wow, okay. So what would cause it to not show up there, but show up here where we actually have the resource loaded? It's definitely an, oh, it's an MP3. It has to be an OGG. That's why. Okay. I think we can do that with VLC player. So OGG, audio, keep the original track. Maybe not. Whoops, on Vorbis. Oh, I went off of that for. I'm gonna change it to 256. Sample will be 48. Destination file will be there. Start. Fine. Why is it doing multiple times? That is strange. Okay, go away. You'll see you're being stupid. Alright, see what it sounds like. Okay, good. Didn't get jacked up. So now what we have to do is let's go ahead and actually remove that one. And actually automatically added this one back in. That's good. So I think this should show up in the list now. So I think you can only use AUGs. Yeah, there we go, that was it. So I'm going to drop the volume down a bit. Maybe like to 70. Maybe more. It's like to 40. So I'm going to throw in that stealth switch here real quick. Stuff from other chapters. He's outside, so it wouldn't be in here. Okay. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I think I set the switch to a variable. Okay. So we're coming back. It's evening. We leave. Huh. I didn't wait long enough, that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, I need to mess around with the wait times of it, so it doesn't happen. There we go. Transitions into evening. Lights will come on shortly. Kireth should be down here somewhere. Should say something like what we programmed him to. Yep. Cool. Continue down this way. Should see what's his name out here. Cool. Nice. That did work. So I have to update all their dialogue. Oh, and all those guys aren't spawned now because they're all tied to a different event, different switch. He didn't say anything. Okay. Actually, that's the same guy. I need to make a new one. New priest to put in here. So let's switch all these guys to being this. Also gonna move them too. So they're not in the same space that they are with Crodwell's funeral. So once you go and find out that Crodwell's been killed by this thing, you come back and bring back his body and they have a proper funeral for him. That's what that scene from where those NPCs are from scene 2. Which won't be scene 2 anymore now. It'll be some other later scene in chapter 1. Wrong one. I did change that guy. Durr. Once again, it's the same guy. They have outside too. Need to make more priests. Okay, so let's stick this guy over here. Then I need some, probably would be a trigger in here somewhere. Or like any empty space, the player would be able to go and like, stand on the bench. So let's put one here for the sake of it. So player touch. Same as character. I'll just put something in real quick for a test. God, what was his name? Father Yulin, right. And again, then we need to switch on this, otherwise it'll keep repeating otherwise, I think, since the player will be right on top of it. New events, switch A, action and below character. Before I do that, let me jump back over here real quick. Let's take the second weight out. So it'll automatically trigger that switch change. I also wonder how battles would affect that, so I think I'm going to have you fight enemies sporadically. It won't be quite as often as it will after the events of Chapter 2, or Scene 2 will be, but you will get some encounters across these places. Alright, so it's night. Go down to the church real quick and make sure all that's working. Okay, all the guys are spawned in. I wonder if those might be a no walk zone. Yeah. And actually, it's just player touch. I wouldn't like be walking into it. So like we just walk up to it. So maybe you have like maybe I put them across here and across over here too. And then have the camera pan up to Father Yulin, since you can't really see him from back here anyway. So what we do then is just over here. So we'd have that there. So I think what we need to do is put in a... So how do we stop the player from moving? I don't think, maybe they can't move if the camera's moving around. So where's the camera pan at? Rotate, show, scroll map. That might be it, scroll map. So up, distance 10. Haven't actually used this before. It's probably an N5 plugin that does something similar. I should be able to just do whatever in terms of going here. Shouldn't have to wait because we took out that secondary wait. No, it's still causing a problem. So I wonder, well, there are weights built into the common event. That could be it. Okay, there we go. I guess I just kind of left them in place because of the dialog box. We have to scroll back down to the player somehow. With the player in the center of the screen. There's no real option to do that, I don't think. If you look at the pan here, no. So yeah, that'd have to be something you'd have to like look at and figure out. Okay, cool. So now, once we're done with that bit, that's kind of done where it should be. So you go to the house, it says to eat, then to sleep. Then second day training, so it shows like a generic kind of scene happening, and then in the morning, then you're back at Claria in the afternoon, and there's like a couple of quests you can do, or you can just go back to your house to end the day. So let's go ahead and set up these quests. It's going to be hunting quests, which are technically set up using variables. I'm going to the quest journal. Okay, here we go. So quest title will be Spooks Must Go. Okay, this type of quest is going to be a side quest. Easy peasy. That should be a level, I believe. Let me check the previous ones. Yeah, difficulty is the level. It's like level 3. 32, no. Level 3. NPC name, let's say I get this from... Comes from a guard, so it's gotta be one of these guys. I think this guy is Edward Elric. Warrior Elric. So that's who it'll come from. Whoops. So I'm using the location name as the location of the NPC who issued the quest, instead of where the quest is at, so there we go. Actually, that's what it says there anyway, so description. Default description. I want to say 5 of them, not 3. Okay. Insert muscle in case you want to update it. Oh, okay, yeah. So we don't want to do that on this one. Objective list. So, kill 5 ghosts. This one just was 1. Reward list. So, make other rewards appear, enable them through see visible rewards. Plugin parameter or by using a plugin command to make them appear. Get rid of that. So we're just going to say we'll get 25 gold and 1 ether. 1 ether. Subtext is used as extra text you may want to place in your journal. The difference from the description, won't do that. Okay, so that's now in there. This is quest number 9. I'll have to shuffle them around. Can I just copy this down here? I can. Change the name to that away. Same thing. Kill some bats. Okay, Steam, send your stuff away. Whoops. Same rewards. So 9 and 10 will be the quests for this. So, Elric. This will be for day 2, so the next day after. So no event page. Switch. So Claria day 2. We'll say week 1, day 2. Okay. So I think it's Actor 2. No, it's underneath Actor 3. No, it isn't. What's underneath? People. 2. There we are. This one. Text. Oh, hell. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that'll come out correctly. Yeah, it did. Good. So, put a choice in here. There it is. These ones will be ones that you can actually miss, though. If you choose the option to not do it, then they won't give you them. He won't give you these quests again. There'll only be a few that'll be like that on the side quests. This will be one of them. Cancel choice number 2. Now, what is... I have an idea of what... I'm going to leave this blank for now. But it'll say something in reference to what... He'll actually let slip what his important thing is. And that one. So this one, though. So I'll just copy this down. Oh, one other thing I have to do before I forget to put it in. That's a mainline event. I need a quest, side quest dude. Was it that guy or this guy? Oh, it must be in scene 2. I'm going to change those guys already. That's not the right one. That ain't the right one. Oh, it's in the prologue. That's where it's at. Or is it? No, it is the prologue. What did I do to these guys? What if I stashed the old events somewhere? Yeah, I did. I nuked that out of there somewhere. No clue where it's at now. Shit. I think it was this guy supposed to have a quest to give you. Now, he doesn't. And the NPC, that text that was there, is nowhere else now. Which is very weird. Unless somehow the map got moved somewhere. That it shouldn't have, which is also possible too. No, it looks like it's just gone. Okay, in this scenario, we can recreate it, I guess. That's what we'll have to do. So, what I can do though is, should be one in here somewhere. Well, I can set it back up using Morlobo's thing. Now I need to figure out which actual icon it is, though. so I guess that's 12. Red is secondary. Or something like that. So 12. Alright, so I'm going to do a control switch. So, side quest, this will technically be the second side quest. Well, one of them will be. It's actually going to be 2 in 1 kind of thing we're getting here. So this will be side quest 1 and 2, so 1, 2. 1-2, I guess. Start. Better yet, let's separate them into individual ones. That way, if you finish one but don't finish the other one, you can't trigger both of them at the same time. Okay. Apply. Grab this. Just do 2. Okay. Now, the thing about this is they're getting them both at the same time, so each of these is always going to be on. So I'm going to have to check for SQ1 being on. Other times you might have an NPC that has multiple, and we'll have to... I think these up here are conditional switches for like and. So if this is on, and this is on, and this is on, and this is on, or whatever it should be, then do these. There needs to be like an or a way to do more than these. So like if you have, let's say you have an NPC where you have a quest that he gives that you can complete whenever, and there's another one that's story related that you can complete only, as part of the story. You should be able to set a switch that says if it's either this or this, and then handle those two scenarios in the event using a conditional branch or something. As it stands now, though, you'd have to create 2 different pages for each of those. So you'd probably want to do the story quest 1 first, then do the optional quest second. Though then you go into a problem of, well, what if you finish the optional quest but not the story mission, but you want to get the rewards for the side quest? In that case, you'd probably want to actually have a page checking for a completion. So, for example, how I would set these up is a start, so you're given the quest. That means you're currently undertaking it. Then you have a completion, which is when you actually complete the quest. So, like, you kill the enemies you have to kill or find the enemy you have to find. And then that'll change the quest icon over the NPC to the exclamation mark, meaning you can go there to complete a quest. And then have it be set to either if it's the side quest or the main quest completed. Then you can do that. Which I think is how we'll do that, actually. So I'll have these 2 on. Don't have to worry about that here, though. So these are set to on. So create a new page based on that later. Should be like a fanfare or something that plays. I think I'll make it different than the main quest. These fanfares are much too long. Maybe we'll use the number 3 for this one. So let me grab these 2. Oh, we need to do this too. The message that you've accepted a quest. So those before that, you've received some quests. It'll be different on this one. So there's couples quests. Play fanfare 3. So that's quest 8 and 9. Or 9 and 10. So on this next page, we'll keep this indicator above here. Then we'll throw in a text box. We'll say... Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. When this is active, he's not going to be here. Copy, paste. Still be off doing whatever he was going to do if you accepted that he wanted to go do. So now when it's complete, though, that's when he'll be back. And we'll have 28, I believe it was, instead of 12, which is the completion. And we'll have SQ1 complete. Actually, we do have this. Now we do have this problem. Since we're doing on complete, based on complete, not start now. We do have this problem. I'm just going to copy this real quick and paste it. So, grab this. Okay, so now what's the fanfare when you complete a quest? Is it the same or is it something different? Let's do add. You received a quest. That's if he, okay, yeah, it's the other one. So you have received a quest, fanfare 1. So you don't get a fanfare thing if you complete the quest, only if you get one. We do have to set this stuff completed. Grab this, so... Throw it over here. So, set quest completed 8. No, 9. Quest 2 complete, objective 1. So there's now 2 objectives. Show rewards, actually should be quest 9 as well. Quest 9, show all rewards, and claim all rewards. So it actually changes the way the stuff looks in the UI. And then we have to give the player 25 gold and also an ether. Then we have to do a new switch to set SQ1 end. And we need to turn off the other one. Now, do a conditional. I will save that one for the other one, because technically if we have the other one completed too, it'll hit page 5 first. Okay. Copy this. Change this to bats. Change this to ghosts. I'm going to copy these because we're going to need them, whoops, later. Hopefully that was a, damn. Cancel. Cancel! Or no. I just come get him again. I think cancel would get rid of this stuff too. Gotta change all these to 10 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, if you completed both of them, what the hell? Friggin' gnat flying around. If you completed both of these, we'll clear out 10 first, then we'll do a check on 9. And if 9 is also complete, we'll just take care of it here instead of having to have the player re-talk to the NPC. So we get all the rewards. This changes to, let me grab this again too. Changes to 2 end instead of 1 end. Wait for Steam to do its thing. Alright. SQ2 end. That's set to on, and SQ to complete is set to off. Alright, now put in a break here, or a branch on if 1 is complete. If 1's complete, then we add all this into here. Let me grab the text. And say, oh, you got the ghosts too. Here's the rest. Okay. This one's going to be S2 complete. So as long as you finish one of them, as long as you finish, well, yeah, as long as you finish the first one, he'll show up. Well, that's kind of weird though, isn't it? Maybe we'll make a new, instead of using that, let's add a new control in here. And we'll say, that work on or something like that, turn it on. And while that one's on, instead of using that, and then we'll turn it off in the battle processing. Okay. So now that that's done, we need to go set up the battle processing. For that, I'll need to look at the basilisks in the troops. Yes. Okay. Take this one. Actually, this one probably is better. Actually, no, this one is better to use. So what will happen now is anytime we see a bat or a ghost, what we have to put in here is this. And so let's say if on enemy 1 HP is 0. I think I did 0, right? Yeah. Turn off that. So now we gotta change these though. So first of all, we need a new control variable. So quest 1 kill counter. Let's say SQ1. Constant 1. We'll need to set that in the quest as well. Change this to, whoops. Should be greater than or equal to 5. Oh, these are bats. Yeah, it's 5 each. 5 each. So if SQ1 complete is off, then do this and show this. Rather, show this and turn it to complete. Okay, wait. Complete on is actually 2, not 1. I get the right ones. Turn that on. Turn start off. Okay. So what'll happen now is if we end up killing one of these guys, we need to do another one for enemy 2 as well. So we're killing these guys, kill our third one, or fifth one. This and completes off at that point. We show the window that says you completed a hunting quest. And then it turns complete on, and then turns start off, and then you can come back over to here and talk to this guy. So in order to facilitate that, though, we just need to do this. Control variables switches. Gone is off. So now anywhere I have a bat at, got to change the main one too. So now we have a bat at now, I just need to drop that into it. So we got a bat here. Enemy 2, 0 health. Got 2 bats here, so enemy 1, 0 health. Copy, paste, enemy 3. Now, we go to another one. And for this guy, it's going to be 2. So we have the ghost, and we gotta change everything now. Change everything. This becomes 1. This goes back to 1. This also goes back to that 1. Rather, that should be complete. 1 complete. And 1 start. Okay. And then we need to copy this. Anywhere there's a ghost. I actually already kind of moved this over here before. Okay, that one's there. Even on these ones. That one's fine. That one's already on the ghost. Now this one's go to number 3. So anytime we're into a ghost and you kill it while the quest is active, you'll get points towards the kill count towards it. So once those are done, so either of those is done, come back here and you can talk to this guy and get the rewards. That's how you set up hunting quests in this game. Oh, also, yeah, it's a good thing to discuss. Need to set the variables to 0, initialize them. Set to 0. Control variable set to 0. Okay. So now on the second day, come over to here. He'll have these quests. He'll take them, and you can complete them. Okay. So I think we'll call it a wrap at that point. It's been about 2 hours. Got the stream started a bit late because I was dealing with my NAS BS. Want to do a little bit more, but want to try and keep these streams down to about 2 hours. So, yeah. So thanks for watching. If you watched live on Twitch or YouTube. If you're watching afterwards on YouTube and have any comments or questions, leave them below. Tomorrow I will be streaming some more Final Fantasy VII Remake hard mode, and also maybe some other games, maybe. I'm thinking I just want to, maybe not though, I want to just do a whole stream for FF7R and try and get through as much as possible for the hard mode on those days, so I might not do other games on those days. Wednesday will be Half-Life Legacy. See if we can't finish Half-Life 1 on Wednesday. I think we can. I think we're far enough along that, well, there's the whole Lambda sequence. Still to go. So I don't know if we can or not. We should be able to. I'm going to guess we should be able to. I don't think there's more than 3 or 4 hours left in the game. I could be totally wrong, though. I haven't played Half-Life 1 since the early 2000s, I think. All the way through. Friday will be more FF7R. Saturday, Persona 5. Thursday will be no stream, probably. Let's put it this way. If there will be a stream, I'll tweet about it. If not, then there won't be one. What else? Still working on some other things. I haven't really been working on... Damn friggin' gnats. I haven't been working on the season review stuff lately, or the computer build stuff either, or the game reviews. It's been swamped with other things, and things are starting to get back to a little bit to normal in that regard. So I should be able to start picking that up again later in the week. Maybe I'll start working on those again on some of that stuff again on Thursday. I really couldn't give you a time frame for release on when the stuff will get up onto the channel. Though the main focus is right now the Final Fantasy VII theory and critical / personal review videos. The review videos won't be too crazy. The theory video will be insane. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff with that. It's going to be very highly produced. I won't say body video, Bloodborne kind of level, but it'll be more produced and more scripted than most of my other stuff on this channel is, on my YouTube channel is. So I'll see when I can get that out. I'm still actually writing the script. I'm actually going to do a script for it. Writing out like what I want, everything that I want to say about everything that we're going to be covering in it, and then I'm going to go back through and I can actually show you it. Then I'm going to go back through and kind of shorten everything up, because this is too much. This is all talking about just the first game, the original game. We're going to go through the original game, the compilation, kind of build out a timeline of how things progress in the original compilation, kind of story arc from original through Advent Children, and then go into the remake and kind of build another timeline and kind of show how things are diverging and whatnot, and all the different points where things are pointing to this being the case. But yeah, so that's going to be a thing, a whole thing, whole big thing. So I'm not sure when that's going to get done. I'll be putting most of my time into that in the review video for those, as opposed to the other stuff that I have to work on too. So I'll let you know more about that when it's closer to being ready to be released. And hopefully that's like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully. I had to go through and record stuff from actual FS7R without like all the overlay crap in the way, to throw into the video for points when I'm trying to make points about evidence and whatnot. Still, and I have to play through the game again and like make a note of where all that stuff's at in the first place, so I can figure out where to get it from and what I want to use in terms of like points of topics. So I'm watching some other theory videos and streams and whatnot, and people are saying stuff that I noticed at the time but didn't put together that's what it meant. Like that whole, and then I didn't see the whole scene with Aerith in Chapter 14, and that thing is insane. The fact that that's missable is really questionable design decision, because that one scene makes you reevaluate all the stuff you've seen with Aerith to that point. And if you don't see that scene, it's like this huge gaping hole in the story that you think doesn't make any sense. And I think probably contributes to some people's confusion about the ending of the game. But it's like insane what it's telling the player if they're paying attention to what she's saying and what's been going on. But yeah, no, remake is insane. There's like, it's like Bloodborne levels of like subtext and subconscious, like subliminal messaging. It's just mind shattering how complex that game is. So yeah, that's going to take a while to do still. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.